they can. Okay.
Yeah. I tried connecting her. Maybe you can start, so she's not receiving my comment.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you hear about version control systems? Version
Version.
control systems.
Mhm.
Okay. See, basically, version control system and it uses and what is the importance of version control systems for any automation engineer or developers, whoever it may be. Even if it is a
Mm.
manual testers or manual in automation or whoever it may be, this is the mm, one system which is implemented like a cloud basis. Okay, so what is the main purpose of version control system? Basically, say for example, you are sitting under one location. Okay,
Mm.
first important thing is, suppose this is your software.
जम्मू के टुकड़ियों को आपने बुलाया, यू फील सिक्योर। लद्दाख का तो कंप्लीट डिस्क्रिमिनेट किया, यू फील सिक्योर।
Okay,
लेकिन
see, this is one system. Okay,
Mhm.
so in this system we are having the application. This is a software application. Okay, because software application in the sense it consists of multiple modules, multiple functionalities, multiple features, everything, right?
Yes.
So now we are have code here. Okay, since there is a small code created under this. Okay, so this is nothing but a line of code. Okay, so it can, so a group of line of code we can build up a software, right? So whoever is going to written the
Mm.
code, so that is going to be ultimately this is a line of code, and in front end how it looks like, there might be some kind of username. See here you can see username, user username, then you may have the password, then you may have the cancel button or submit button, like this. So this is the front end, you can able to see this, but back end you can see this is the line of code which is representing like this lines of code. Say whenever if you can see the HTML, right? So you may have the, in HTML this is a login form, how it looks like in the front end. So in front end looks like this, okay, but in back end, if you go to the back end and if you can see how the code looks like, just if you open in a notepad, right? So you can see how the code looks like. So this is a, see like this. Okay, for small piece of code we have creating this many lines of
Mm.
code, right? So
Yes.
tomorrow someone is going to work on some kind of modifications on this, then how are we
Mhm.
going to do this? So now my intention is, here there might be some changes happened here. Okay, someone has created this and this is your application. So we are having here developer 1, and you may have developer 2, and you may have developer 3, or you can say here some developer is there. So we are having dev 1, dev 2, dev 3. Similarly here also dev 4. So whatever we are having here, right? See, this developer is sitting under some Mumbai,
Mm.
and this developer is sitting under United States of America, US. Okay, and this guy is
Mm.
sitting around Bangalore. Okay, and this guy is sitting under Pune. See what is happening here. We are having the different people at different locations. Okay, suppose whatever the code he has written, this developer one is required, that code, whatever the code he has created, maybe developer one is also required for that code, because there are some kind of common features or common methods which he has written. So how are we going to exchange that? Because he cannot able to share the file through email, right, or communication. How are we going to transfer the communication to this guy, whatever the code he has written? Because all the 4 members are working under the same project only. Okay, see here, all the people working under the same project. Okay, so in this case, whatever the changes this guy has made, how are we going to track that? Similarly, dev 4, he has created some additional modules. This one is module 1, module 2, module 3, and someone is doing the common method. So whatever he is creating, those methods are helpful for all the members across the globe. So in such cases, how are we going to track that thing? Okay, suppose tomorrow if something is going to happen, right? Some file has got deleted. How will you track that? Who is deleted that file out of these 4 members, right? Suppose some modifications happen. So who is going to do that modifications? Who did that? In a team of 5 to 6 members, if something goes wrong, if you will ask one person, no, I didn't do that. So if you will get such kind of answers, imagine that how difficult you are going to track that, right?
Yes, sir.
If none of them are doing any changes, then how the file has got corrupted or file got changed, right? So in order to track those things, we will have to go with the version control systems. So it's a kind of central repository where we are maintaining all the code at one location. Whenever he do some modifications, he can pull the code, push the code to the central repository, and they can pull the code. So like that, we have the systematic approach. So we have several softwares are there. We have under that Git. Git is a version control system software. Okay. Similarly, we have GitLab. Similarly, we have SVN. Okay. And see this GitLab. Okay, Git. So this is a software, right? So for Git, you are having one account called as a GitHub. GitHub is nothing but where we are storing all our repositories. That means similarly, you are having like Facebook account, Instagram, or some accounts are there, right? Similarly, GitHub is a one kind of account where we can maintain all the repositories. Okay, so GitLab, these all are the version control systems. So these all are with the help of this, we can able to track who updated the file, who created, okay, who created file, who modified or updated, who modified, who deleted, okay, updated. So these all are the activities we can perform. We can able to track easily, right? Say for example, if you are a business analyst, right? So what business analyst will do normally, whenever he will get one kind of requirements, he will create the files, right? Requirements like version 1.0, version 2.0, like this, version 3.0. What changes they made under the version 2.0, what changes they made under the version 3.0. They may have the clear history, right? They will use who created and who updated. If anything modifications also done, they can clearly mention it out, right, in these versions, right? So similarly,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, like definitions are like in a single line version control system. How can we say this if someone asks interview or something?
That I will tell you. Git is this
Okay.
is nothing but a version control system where we can track
Mhm.
all our history of the records or changes. That means that
Okay.
we are maintaining a changes. See, even
Mm.
down the line after 6 months or 4 months also, even though if new manager came into your picture, and if we can review all
Mhm.
these, who modified, who updated, who deleted, everything is going to track right in the
Okay.
history.
Yes.
That is what we are going to see.
Okay.
Okay. So here basically we can discuss about some basic commands here. So initially we have git init. Okay, this is a Linux command.
Mhm.
Okay, if we are going to use directly in the GitLab or Git software or GitHub through Eclipse IDE, first of all you have to use the git pull. Okay, then git push. We have git fetch. Okay, then these all are the main commands which we can use. There are lot of commands are there, that also I will discuss one by one. So what is the purpose of git push? Suppose you have created a code in Eclipse, right? So see, we have one code here. So here we have this one code. So now I want to pull this code to see, this is already created. Okay. So now
Mm.
if I want to open this in Eclipse IDE or Git repository, what we can do? So here, so this GitHub, you have to, first of all, you have to create an account. Just go to github.com and then you can sign up with your register account. Okay. And once we register with this, then you have one software, Git software. Okay. You just simply click on Git download. Okay. Git download for Windows or something. So you will get this one. So this is where you can download for the Windows version. Okay. So Windows or Mac, Linux or Unix, whatever operating system you have, accordingly you can download this. Suppose once if you have downloaded this, how you can able to find that whether you have successfully installed or not? Just go to the CMD. Here you can use git hyphen version. Okay. Okay. See this git version, right? 2.40. When I downloaded that time it was git 2.40. You will get a git bash. So now we are having in the 2.45 version. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the software which you need to download. If you go with Linux, Unix commands, then you can use this. Otherwise, from Eclipse itself, you can have the directly options. Okay. So I will show you where you can have that. So now in this GitHub repository, right? So here we are having the projects repository. See here we are having whatever the project which I have, right? Srinath demo. This is what we have code in the. This is where we have created SRC, and then we are having the dem1, right? Here, whatever the code we are having, right? So the same code only we are having. So now, if I want to modify this file, now how to do this? Suppose now this is what we are having here. Now this commit, right? When it is showing in this commit, last commit is having 2 months ago, right?
The
Here.
last
it will show-
update.
Yeah,
Last modified.
history.
Uh-huh.
So now
Uh-huh.
today, if I'm going to make some changes here, say for example, I am changing here as 50 and this one is 20. Okay. Now I am going to save this. Now I just saved this, right? So now how to, here 50 and 12 is there, but when we go to here 30 and 11 is there, right? Now, even if I refresh it also, it will show you 30 and 11. But what I have to do, I will have to save this. I have already saved this. Now, you have to right click on this. Once you right click on this, you will get one team option here. Okay. Under this team option, you have to use the commit option once. Okay. That means that you are committing the code. See, once we commit the code, whatever the stages changes are there, that is going to be staged changes. Now here, commit and push. Directly I can use this commit and push. So maybe.
Sir, as soon as we create like GitHub account, will it show that commit option in Eclipse, or it will be there like already?
No.
Or
Directly
should we do something?
Directly it won't get. I will show you. I will tell you how to get that. These all the options are going to be enabled. Okay. See, now it is. Now this is done. Okay. That's all. Now I will just simply close this. Okay. Now, if I go back and if I can see here, now if I'll just refresh it, right?
Okay.
See, now it is showing the 1 minute ago, right? See, 50 and 12 is reflected, right?
Yes.
Okay. So like this, whatever the code you are going to change it, with the help of git push option, we can put. Okay. Similarly, now this is what we did, changes, right? So initially you won't get all these options. If you want to get all those options, what you have to do, suppose assume that this is a one project is there, tag, okay? Or I have this one sign in option is there here also. Say for example, this telecommunications is there on test. This one file is there here, right? One, this is a Maven project. See, now here we have test Maven, right? Suppose if I right click on this, once I go on team, I won't see all those options, right? Whenever if you are going to commit the code, first of all, you have to use this team option and then you have to go for the share project. Okay. Once you do that, just finish it up. Okay. Now, if you can go and if you can see the right click, you can see all the options related. Okay, now if you can see, right, you will get all the options here. Okay, push to origin, fetch from origin. So pull, push, I will tell you what all are the differences and all. Okay, now we did this now. Okay, now what we did, we pull the code to central repository. That means that irrespective of where you are staying, but when I modified something and if I updated, it is reflected automatically, right?
Yes.
So this is how we have to pull the code from your local system to central repository. Okay. See that process I will explain you once here. See. See, this is how we have the version control systems, okay? Source code management. So we are having several options like Git, Apache, GitLab, okay? And Bitbucket, AWS also we have code submit, everything, okay? So here also we have two types of version control system. One is centralized version control system and another one is distributed version control system. So what is centralized version control system and distributed version control system? As we discussed here, assume that these all are the developers. Okay, centralized version control system means what? Here, this is a server. Okay, this is a server. So all the developers are pulling the code to here only. Okay, they're having their local server or somewhere it may be. One day, suppose if this is going to be either it is going crash or some thing happen in any fire accident or something got happened. So then how your code is going to be stored here in this central repository? So this is a developer one. Similarly, dev 2, they have their own code, right?
Yes.
Okay, so because in order to avoid this kind of unexpected things, what developers will do or any automation engineer will do, they will create their own GitHub software here also. GitHub, they will configure their GitHub account here also, and we have the remote repository. We will, from this Git repository, this Git internally you have the software, right? So with the help of Git, you are going to push the code. Okay, similarly these guys also will push the code, and here also you have the one remote repository, that is a distributed version control system. That means that it won't happen. Here also you have the server, so here also you have a Git. So everything has been incorporated. So suppose if tomorrow, if something is going to happen for development to developer to mission, then he can pull the code from the central repository or this remote repository. Okay. Similarly, if remote repository is happening something, then your code is available on the local repositories, right? See,
Yes.
now this is what we have code. But tomorrow, if something is going to happen in my system, then I can pull the same code from my system here. This is the repository, right? So from here, I can, this is the link I have. So with this link, I can download it. So that also I will tell you how to download it. So now, how the code is going to push from local repository to this unstaged changes means the changes which is happened here, that is going to be reflect here, and staged changes. Once we commit that, then only it is going to be updated in your central repository. Okay. See, now my code is there here, but see, now it is 50 and 12, right? Now my intention is I made some changes in this particular location. Say for example, I am going to use here as I am going to edit this. Okay. So how to do that? Just go to here. Okay. I already signed it only. See that history what we have shown, right? See here, you can see the changes from the day one onwards, how the commits are going to happen and how the history track of records. See, this is the code we are using subtraction and we are pulling the code from Git repository. Update dem1 or okay, we deleted first add method. Like this, everything has been updated, right? In detail. See, now we are just merged with this code. Okay. So merge branch. If you want to see what changes you made here, if you can go here, you can see here, which all are the red line that we removed, and whatever the green color is showing, it is added. Okay.
Okay.
This kind of information also we can able to track here, which has been changed. See, just now we have made 2, right? So let's see here. If we go here, what you made the changes? We deleted int a equal to 30, int b equal to 11, and we modified int a equal to 50, int b is equal to 12. This is what we made the change, right?
Yes.
So this is how we are going to. Okay. See, now now what I will do, I will make some changes here. Now if I will go here, now I am going to make some changes here. So in this dem1, see now here I am going to edit this file. Okay. Say now here what I will do, I will make it int s is equal to a star b. Okay. Now I can use system.out.println yes. So that means that multiplication we are doing, right? Okay. See, now we are doing this update dem1. Yes, we added multiplication. Okay. Now I am going commit directly to the master branch. Yes, I am going to commit the changes directly to master branch. Okay. Now I have done. Now my intention is what? I need to reflect this change, what others did. I want to get it in this particular place. Now, see, now it is not showing anything. What you can do, right? So you can go to here and just pull the code, right click and just go to team option. And here you have the pull option, right? Pull. Okay. Just pull this code.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. Now close. See, now whatever you get it, int d equal to int s is equal to a star b and system.out.println. This is what we did, right? Just now.
Yes.
That's all. So this is how we are going to pull the code from the repository from this place to that place and there to here. Like this, whenever if you can have this, right? So you can do the same thing. Now you can see the latest commit here. History. Now 1 minute ago, what we made the changes. See, if I go here, we made these changes and this has been reflected in our local folder, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So as simple as that, how we are going to commit the code. So if you want to, suppose you don't have project, okay, what you want to do, you need to download this file to your local system. Then what you have to do, just go to the Git repository. Once you go to the Git repository, here under this project, you have to have the code here, right? You have a fork option and here you have the code. So with this code, you just copy this code, okay, URL. And then you can directly go to your Eclipse and just file import option, okay. So you can use Git from Git, projects from Git, then next clone URI, okay. Then it will reflect here and you just copy and use the same thing, okay. So basically this is how we are going to make changes and how to pull the code and how to push the code. from local repository to central repository, again from central repository to local repository. Okay. And see, now I'm just if you can see this diagrammatic, right? So this is the working directory where if you want to go with command line interface, you can use this git init. Otherwise, you can directly go with the local repository to git push. Okay, and from remote repository, we are just doing the git pull. This is what we did right just now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and then we have the git commit. So this is how, so as you discussed, right, git is a version control system. It helps you to manage and keep track of your source code history. That's it, nothing more than that. Okay, so you can manage, right? Now you can easily track your changes. Say when you made the changes, day one onwards, day one, who did the file, who modified, who created, who deleted, everything has been created right here. So like this. Okay, so this is about the version control systems. Okay, so similarly, if you want to go with command line interface, then you have to go with here, this one. But normally people will do like this only. In real time, no one is going to use these commands. So basically, people will create a files directly. What you want to know, how to push the code and how to pull the code. Okay, that is what they required. Okay, so basically this is all about git version control system. Okay, how this is going to integrate with Jenkins? We have this URL, right? So this is the URL which we are having. So this URL we are going to configure with Jenkins. Then you are going to run your files, and whenever if you want, you can set up or you can trigger the jobs, even nightly builds also. Okay, so that is how you are going to manage the track records. Okay, so this is a just small example with how to pull the code and how to push the code. You may have some kind of configurations issues. So once if you can do that, you will get it. Okay, so just what you need to do, you have to create a GitHub account. Okay, and you have to note it down your username and password details whenever you are having some. And one more thing, you need to give the code key value. Where you will get that key value? In this, you may have the system developer tools. Once you go here, settings, under this settings, here we have some tools are there. Account. Under that account, SSH and GPGS keys. Okay, so once you come to here, you have go to your personal profile, right? See, generate a GP, this one. I think we have this one only. No, not this. I will tell you that where we will get that one. We have this code is there, right? This developer settings. Okay, got it here. So here in this developer settings, you have new GitHub application.
Okay.
So here we need to create that link. We will get. So here you have the personal access tokens, right? So this one, token classic. So here you can create one new generate token, because I have already created. This is what my token code. So once you can create, right? So you can, if you have any query, you just ping me. I will help you out on that. Okay, how to pull the code and how to push the code. Okay, so git fetch is there. One more important feature here. We have one git fetch. What is the purpose of git fetch? Only the changes is going to reflect in your project, because git pull means the entire code is going to pull it in your code, but git fetch only the changes only it will push to your local repo. Okay, and then we have the merging concept. So you have to merge the code to your master branch or child branches like that. Okay, so that is concept of git merge. Okay, so git push. So basically here you have git push, right, from local repo to central. Git pull from central to local. See, where you are going to store all these things in your local system. Whenever if you are importing, suppose if you want to import a project from local server, just go here and it will create a one .git folder. See, here you have right Srinath demo, src dem1, right? So you just go to this particular workspace and then you have to go to this particular path here. Say that one. How to import also. Suppose if you want to import from a local folders also, you can use this projects from folder archive nest. If you browse this directory, right? So here where the folders are there, you can directly go to that and just check it out. Okay, in your mission, where in this mission, where you have Eclipse workspace and like that. Okay. So you can see anywhere. Okay. Programs, files, and workspace. Users, namely users Srinath Reddy. Under this, you have the Eclipse workspace, right? So this is where we have the programs. So you can download this. Okay. So select folder like this. So now I can finish it like this. We can download it from your local folder also. Okay. So like this. So this is all about basically how to pull the code and how to push the code when you modify something, staged changes, unstaged. Okay. So if you just go through this diagram, that is going to be git commit. That means whatever the data we are adding, we are just committing to local repository only. Okay. Then git push, then git pull, and then this one. Git checkout is the, if you are doing command line interface, CLI interface, then you can use this. But basically, if you go with Eclipse ID, then no one will use this. Okay.
Okay.
I will share this document also. Just go to this, and if you have Linux commands properly, then you can work with that place also. Okay. So are you clear now how to create a Git repository and how to use that?
Yes, sir. Like, but you have any document